and he beat us by a whisker, and it was a terrible thing.
So why did we do Stop the Steal? Why did anyone...
So that's Donald Trump saying that he actually lost the 2020 election. He lost it by a whisker is what he said. He said it on the Lex Friedman podcast, and he's saying it here too. I'm not for sure where he's saying it right here. But what the hell? Donald Trump on January 6, 2021, since he talked about Stop the Steal, he encouraged his supporters to walk down Pennsylvania Avenue to the Capitol. They're making arguments that say it wasn't an insurrection, it was just a riot. Your Honor, we didn't inspire an insurrection. We just inspired a riot. Okay, then why aren't they read the Riot Act? Donald Trump left the White House because he knew he was lying. The big lie. Over and over again. Don Lemon kept calling it the big lie. Recently, Donald says he lost by a whisker. On Lex Friedman's YouTube show, he lost by a whisker. Nick Fuentes was pissed off about this. Let's hear what Nick Fuentes, this is a Nazi. He dedicated his life to being a fucking Nazi Confederate piece of shit. He got, what's his name to be a Nazi too?
We got the most votes of anybody.
Kanye, formerly Kanye.
Of any sitting president in history. And he beat us by a whisker. And it was a terrible thing.
So why did we do Stop the Steal? Why did anyone go to January 6th? Why is anyone sitting in jail? Why did anything bad happen to anybody? Why did everyone get censored? Why is everything bad that has happened to the people that are involved, why did that need to happen if you're just going to walk it all back and say, oh, I lost? Well, it would have been good to know that before 1,600 people got charged. It would have been good to know that before I had all my money frozen, put on a no-fly list, banned from everything, lost all banking and payment processing. Would have been good to know that before I, in 2017, dedicated my life to this as an 18-year-old in college. Yep, that's me.
So that Stop the Steal shit, that big lie shit, that about plunged our beloved nation into a civil war. All over a goddamn lie. Aren't Republicans sick and tired of fighting all of these wars for their lying-ass leaders? The Iraq War is based on a lie. January 6th was based on a lie. A lot of problems with the Democrats. A lot of problems. They're too damn Republican. That's the problem with the Democrats. But you're going to go to war based upon a lie, to Iraq based upon a lie with January 6th? Tim Black says Kamala Harris is actually a bigger threat to black folks than Donald Trump is. What good does a racist civil war do to your bank account, Tim Black? What good would a racist civil war? How does that put money in your pocket, Tim Black? And then Donald Trump got that September 18th, 2024 sentencing hearing postponed yet once again. He got convicted of 34 felonies in New York. Yeah, it's about the hush money case, but it's also Al Capone and the tax evasion, right? So he lied on the business documents. That's campaign finance laws he broke. He was supposed to go to the sentencing hearing, but they postponed that shit yet once a time. How many motions were filed? Talk about judicial terrorism. I heard so many different motions were filed. He's appealing the thing, and he's doing this thing, and he's trying that thing, move it to federal court. And then ultimately, the one that worked was that, oh, we got to do it post-election. So because of that Supreme Court ruling, the Trump ruling, that says that he gets to be a dictator, if it's an official act, then he gets immunity with official acts. So apparently all that one needs to do in order to get out of 34 felony charges is just run for office. Just become a politician. In order to get away with crimes, all the MS-13 and the Tron de Aragua and the Bloods and the Crips and the Nazis and Confederates and the KKK and the Venezuelan gangs, all they got to do is just become a politician and you'll get away with 34 felonies. Because of that New York court shit, 34 felonies doesn't even get a person a single day of jail. 34 felonies don't even get you a single day in jail. The word felony doesn't have any goddamn meaning anymore. Dipshit Don, douchebag Don. Whenever I think of a felon, I think of a big crime. I think of a murderer, a rapist, a thief, assaulter. I think of Epstein's buddies going to that damn island. What the fuck? This is what rich people are doing? I think of people getting gunned down on the streets for having a tiny bit of wealth. Felony should mean the big crimes, and misdemeanors should mean the small ones, and petty offenses are the ones that should get a slap on the wrist. Maybe actually a literal slap on the wrist. Let's bring corporal punishment into our court systems. People think child abuse is A-okay, but adults can commit major fucking crimes and they don't get a spanking, they don't even get a slap on the wrist, no caning. And 34 felonies don't mean a fucking thing. Why'd you call it a felony? 34 felonies? Let's postpone the sentence and give him more months to do whatever. He talked about going to Venezuela. He talked about going to Venezuela on that Elon Musk interview. He said crime was going up here and crime's going down there. Well, Donald, you tried to overthrow Venezuela 4 years ago. You tried to say Juan Guaido was the fucking leader of Venezuela. You lied about that shit too. In fact, Donald lied over 30,000 fucking times. Robinson and Robinson Law Firm said that you need more than $5,000 for them to even represent anybody, even for a single second. What, you only got $5,000? Yeah, it only take me to fucking, 3 months of blood, sweat, toil, and tears? But 3 months worth of blood, sweat, toil, and tears doesn't get you a lawyer. Lawyers want that big fat $15,000, $30,000 retainer so they can just dip into it as they please and charge you as much as they can and try to take that retainer, as much of that retainer away from you. Will they do a good job? Will they file the proper motions? Will they file the motions you want them to do? And then after they do a terrible job and they get a good man fucked over for life, do they just demurely shrug their shoulders? You didn't get your decision, so well, but thanks for the 30 grand, sucker. But a perceived rich man, they can buy a lawyer after lawyer to get proper representation. And since that's our judicial system, clearly we need judicial reform. We need judicial reform. We need police reform. The three branches need to buck up, Buttercup, and stop letting the tail wag the dog. There is no police branch. We got three branches: legislative, executive, and judicial. There is no police branch. To let the cops commit crimes and then the rest of the branches just cover their fucking bullshit up, that's not a damn system. That's a right-wing police state. That's a totalitarian, fascist police state. And if a rich man thinks that he can get away with his crimes because all he needs to do is just afford unscrupulous lawyer after unscrupulous lawyer, what's to stop him from committing more crimes? The only way that you can stop a criminal from doing crimes is to stop the criminal from doing crimes. The only way that you can knock a bully, to stop a violent bully, is when he is knocked down a time or two. When a violent bully is knocked down a time or two, then they'll say, well, shit, I don't like getting knocked down. But if there's absolutely no consequences for being a violent bully, for committing felony after felony, for being a big-time criminal, then that criminal will continue to criminalize over and over again until the cows come home. We spend billions of dollars on this criminal justice system. Billions of dollars. The courts and the cops, the judges, the prosecutors, the clerks, all these people we give billions of dollars to. And yet, they're not even doing their damn jobs. Why do we spend billions of dollars on this damn criminal justice system that doesn't give a fuck about establishing justice? What the hell's going on? Kamala the cop is for defunding the police, and Donald the 34 felon is thin blue line. These are contradictions, and contradictions will continue to be contradictions until they are ironed out and worked out until they're not contradictions anymore.